أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Good day to you students. My kudos to you and your parents for the cooperation you are all rendered to keep the ball of this system rolling. May the Almighty Allah spare our lives to witness the end of this terrible session. As usual, this is Islamic Studies session reaching on to you from CTY Model College. My name is Ishaq Badmos Babatunde. And our topic for today is Suratul Quran, its meaning, commentary, and lessons. As you can see it on your screen, the surah is written in 11 verses and translated as such into English language. Now, I will read the surah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Al-Qari'an, Mal-Qari'an, Wama adraka mal-Qari'an. Yawma yakunu an-nasu kal-farashil mabthuth. وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ كَالْعِهْنِ الْمَنفُوشِ فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَهْ نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. Now to the translation of the surah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Al-Qari'ah, the day of clamor. Mal-Qari'ah, what is the day of clamor? Wama adraka mal-Qari'ah, and what will explain to you what the day of clamor is. Yawma yakunu an-nasu kal-farashil mabthuth. It is a day whereon men will be like moth scattered about. Watakunu al-jibalu kal-ihni al-manfush, and the mountain will be like carded wool. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ, then he whose balance of good deeds will be found heavy. فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ, he will be in a life of good pleasure and satisfaction. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ, but he whose balance of good deeds will be found light. فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ, will have his home in a bottomless pit. Wama adraka ma hiya, and what will explain to you what it is? Narun hamiya, it is the hot, fearlessly blazing fire. Now let us look at the commentary on the surah. The day of judgment is described in this chapter as the day of noise and clamor, because the order of the day will be overthrown with a tremendous convulsion, including the following. Men will be like moths scattered around. Landmarks of the world will be lost. Mountains scattered about like flakes of teased wood. It is the day that every good deed will be waved and appraised in the manner of this nicest and justest kind. If the good deeds predominate over the bad deeds, definitely the judgment will be in the man's favor and gets rewarded with good life of good pleasure and satisfaction. But on the contrary, it is a day of distress and helplessness for every evildoer, as the concerned person will have his home in a bottomless pit. Now let us look at the summary of this commentary. Al-Qari'ah, the summary of this commentary. Al-Qari'ah which translate the clamor, is another name for the day of judgment. The name is given to the day of judgment due to the series of fearful events that will overthrow the order of the day. Human beings will be like most scattered about. Confusion, distress, and helplessness will weigh heavily on their mind. All things faded away, not even the solid mountain will remain. On that day, human days will be measured, and the eternal life of satisfaction and good pleasure is for those whose good deed outweigh their evil deed, and those that their evil deed outweigh their good deed will be in the bottomless pit of fire, which is the punishment that awaits them. Now let us see the teachings of the surah. Number 1, the day of judgment is real and its events are undisputable. 2, reward for good and bad days will be indicated for the righteous and for the sinners respectively. 3, the day of judgment has varieties of names which spell out its mysterious occurrences, e.g., Al-Qiyamah, which means the resurrection, Tagabun, which means the swapping, that is, swapping of good deeds with bad deeds, and swapping of bad deed with good deed, depending on the side in which an image will remain forever. Al-Ghashiyah, the day in which everything will be overthrown. Ad-Din, the day of reckoning, and so on and so on. Number 4, everything considered very substantial in this life is nothing in the spiritual world. Now let us look at the assignment. Please kindly use the following questions to evaluate what you have just learned and send your answer on this medium. Number 1, mention 5 occurrences on the day of noise and clamor. Number 2, clamor in the surah is translated dash. Number 3, identify the status of the surah and give reason for your identification, whether it is revealed in Mecca or in Medina. Identify it and give us the reason why you have chosen that kind of identification. Number 4, translate the following. فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ الْإِهْنُ الْمَنْفُوشُ مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. And question 5, give 4 teachings of this surah. Please don't forget to write your name on the page which contains your answer. Thanks very much for being there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.